Assistant Director, ICT Unit. We have Mrs. Munisola Ayejoto. You're welcome, ma'am. We have our Head Planning Unit, Mrs. Odumoso. You're welcome, ma'am. Yeah. We also have distinguished colleagues also seated here. So, without wasting much of our time, the floor is open for the Bread of Hope organization. So we'd like you to introduce yourself and tell us why you are here.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you for having us. I know we're a bit early. We're supposed to be 11:30, but we believe in punctuality. So thank you for just allowing us to come talk more about what we do as an organization. We sent out this letter quite late. A week we were taking 150 children from Makoko for the first time to the movies. We decided to get them out of Makoko, take them to Ikeja Mall. They went to Silverbird to see the new Disney movie. We also took them out for pizza. They've never had pizza, never been to the playground, never been on a BRT bus, never had ice cream, never seen a movie. A lot of them don't even have TV sets. We work with Miss Deborah Adekoju from the Hope for the Slum initiative. She has a free school there. And we started a Children of the Slum initiative to educate children, to empower them, and to inspire other people to help children in the slum communities. We have a lot of slum communities in Lagos. Makoko just happens to be one on a floating village. And we decided that that would be a great place to start. And so these are some of the 150 children we took out, I think about 2 weeks ago. And so we sent letters out to the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, to the Lagos State Governor, and a couple of other people in the government to just see how we can inspire these children, empower them, help with the situation in Makoko. But before I start, my name is Vivian Elebi Okoje, and I am the founder of Bread of Hope. It's a non-governmental organization that started in Ohio, but we work primarily in Nigeria. We also go to different countries around the world. Last year we were in 10 countries, and we worked in Pakistan, in the Philippines. We've done work in Kenya this year. We went to the Maasai community and so many other communities. Just this weekend, we were in Okun Village in Kogi State to attend to children. We rehabilitated a new clinic in the village to serve all the Okun Bunu area and treated over 600 people just on Friday, I believe. And then on Saturday, we had a Christmas carnival for over 2,000 people from the village, especially children. And so we go around the country and to different continents. I'm Nigerian, and I feel like doing something within my community, at home, is much more effective. And hence, the Children of the Slum is something that is so dear to our heart, and we try to get kids off the street and back to school. So before I keep talking, I would like to introduce other people. Taye can.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the Director, Assistant Director. My name is Taye, Mrs. Taye Edeni. I'm the Deputy Director of African Region for Bread of Hope.
Good morning. My name is Adekoju Adeola Deborah. I'm the founder of Hope for the Slum Ministry. So I brought the kids from Koyo. So this is Bernard, this is Eunice, this is Joshua, and that is the final. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Anna, and that's the member of the Bread of Hope, Children of the Slum.
Good morning. My name is Adebi Oludare Joshua. I'm the director and also the project manager. Thank you.
Good morning, all. My name is Temple Lawrence. I'm the DOP for Children of Slum.
My name is
Thank you so much. I can be seated.
Yes, please.
So one of the main reasons why we created the Children of the Slum, and I know media and press is a huge part of what the Information and Strategic Ministry does, is really to inform people, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand the gravity of the issues in Makoko and other communities. A lot of these kids are just left unattended to, and you can be in the mainland and don't even understand the gravity of issues there, not just from healthcare to education, but to so many other things. And I feel like the average Nigerian or the average Lagosian don't even know, because when the team went for the first time, some of them were very emotional just to see the gravity of the problem. And to have children like this that do not even understand what it feels like getting on the bus for the first time or ever leaving that community, I think we need to do more as people and as a community to inspire and educate. And I know that education is a huge part of the ministry, and so we just want to work with the ministry to put more information out there, because we created a YouTube page to share videos, to share content about these children, to tell their stories, but not just for pity party, but to actually inspire change. So that Bread of Hope can't do everything. We're self-funded, we're not government funded, we don't have foundations giving us money. So all of this is being done through self-funding and donors. And so we are able to try to do little things to inspire change. I remember when we asked the kids what they would like to be when they grow up, none of them have been asked that. We asked, what would you want for Christmas? No one has ever asked them what they wanted. So those sort of things, just educating people that you have, you're blessed to have children that have access to Domino's Pizza or can ride in a car, or you have kids just down the road that don't have that access. So what are we doing about it? What can we do about it? How can we keep them in school? Yes. How can we feed them? Yes. But how can we expose them? Because I believe when a child can see it, a child can be it. If a child can't see it, then they can't be it. If they've never seen what a bus looks like in real life or even stepped in one, then how can they aspire to even be a bus driver at that? Or if they've never seen what barbers do or nurses do, how can they aspire to that? They're limited to what they see. And what do they see every day? Fathers fishing, mothers frying fish or drying fish, living on water that is polluted. They don't see something outside of that. I was so saddened the day we took them out, most of them didn't have shoes. If you look at their feet now, they have just one we had to send back. It was supposed to be 5 children, but she had slippers, and it was too late to try to get shoes for her. So they're limited, and it's not anything that they can do, but as adults in the community, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's not until you have millions of naira or dollars or yan or whatever that you can create change. A slippers is less than 300 naira, the cheapest, or shoes. You could do something small. She started a free school and she's doing amazing, and we collaborated with her, but her school needs help. The kids are having to go into water. They don't have enough boats. But we spent over 2 million just showing them there's possibilities outside of Makoko. And you should see the video. And I want to encourage everyone here today to just take time, if you can, go to our YouTube page to watch. And so we're trying to just put that information out there that there are kids who need help. How can we get the public aware? And what strategies can we put in place for that? So I'm going to pause for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let me just throw back the response to any member of management. Please feel free to respond to what she has said, then I can now wrap it up. Any of you, please. You have suggestions to make, you have contributions or questions to ask her.
You're welcome to the mission and strategy. It's a laudable project that you are carrying out. And I believe
speak up so they can.
Okay. Sorry. So I believe that this will be a great impact on the lives of these little children. And from our end, I believe that we, as an image maker, will assist him from our end the little way we can to project what you're doing, and at least, just like you said earlier, some people do not know the magnitude of what these children are going through at that slum. Actually, I've not been in. I know Makoko, but I've not really gone there to see how the place is. So I pray that God will crown your efforts and you impact greater lives. Any other person?
So from my own hand, I really appreciate what you did. But I just need to ask, I hope you have a policy, because when these things are launched out, a lot of people might come in and want to grab it. And you know that you are this person that started this thing off. I know how we Nigerians could be, okay? And at the end of the day, we don't see the bread of hope again. We see all these big industries and everything. So I believe that you should have a policy that anybody that is coming in, they're coming in through you, because this is your own baby and this is what you're doing. So that it doesn't, at the end of the day, you have a vision, somebody else is running the vision for you. So that's just my own advice.
Sorry, I would like to ask a question. I believe it's not only bread of hope that is impacting us, that has that relates with children of Makoko.
Yeah. So
we have other NGOs as
yes,
well.
they have.
NGOs.
Okay.
Ours is just mainly to find a way to. We're looking at the loopholes. So we have schools there, like the graduates have one, and 100 and something children in the school. We're trying to find ways to not just educate the public, but to inspire them and to empower the children. So we're doing things like asking a girl like Eunice, what would you like to do when you grow up? And she's saying she wants to be a fashion designer. We're taking her to actually spend a day with a fashion designer. It means me spending 24 hours in Makoko, experiencing the life of a child in Makoko, and the child experiencing my life outside of Makoko. So they have things that they agree, but ours is a little bit different. It's a way to bring awareness on the problem, but also using entertainment and media to accomplish that. So hence we have a video and the rest, because we're documenting and taking all these issues into account, and not just documenting them for entertainment's sake, but solving problems that go along as much as we can.
Okay, I have another question. For her own school, can we go directly to her?
Absolutely.
Okay. We can liaise with you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And she has enough teachers.
She has a few. We're trying to keep the teachers on board. We helped last month. She's struggling because it's a free school for over 100 students.
Okay, better.
So your name again, please? Adepoju Adeola Deborah. Adeola Deborah. Okay, so currently we have 4 teachers in the school, and Bread of Hope comes into help pay our teachers' salary, because we do not have the funding, as in we don't have the funds to pay our teachers. So it's not easy.
How many students do you have?
Okay, so we have 134 children in the school.
Your boots, your exercise boots, how should you do that?
Okay, so we have individuals that come to donate sometime to the school. Yes. Anyone, Bread of Hope or organization, anyone.
Can you tell how they get a contact in case we want to donate to the school?
Okay, maybe I should just give you my phone number, because we don't have an address on water. In Makoko, on water.
On water?
Yeah, on water.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, the school is located near the Bales
beside the balance place, right? On water, right?
No,
Where?
not close to the ballet.
Where?
My place is a bit far from the ballet place. On water still.
On water too.
They call the place K2way.
Sorry?
K2way.
So we'll get
We'll get that from you after.
Yes. So let me thank you all for particularly Mrs. Vivian and her team, the Bread of Hope. Before I say anything, I would like to have the children come here. Come sit here. Guys, come. Please join me here. Clap for them, please. Guys, sit on it. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. I've forgotten the lady's name. Thank you all, members of the team. Please, let's come together and let's move here, please, so that they can get us very well. I want to apologize that we do not have the commissioner and the permanent secretary here. They actually gave you today because they really wanted to meet with our children and to hear you out on what you do for them in Lagos State. Unfortunately, at a moment's notice, they were called, out. So yeah, the PS asked that I stand in for them. And I'm so happy and thrilled to be here. Let me just announce to you, what's your name? You need to speak up. Let them hear you there. What's your name?
My name is Setoji Bernard.
Setoji Bernard. That's good. What's your name and yours?
My name is Visio.
She can't hear you.
My name is
Visio Eunice, okay? Bernard Eunice. Yes, what's your name, Princess?
My name is Adebisi.
Adebisi Deborah. That's good. That's another prince there. What's your name?
My name is
Isaiah Ayaji Joshua. You're all welcome. You know where you are? You don't know. This is Ministry of Information and Strategy. It's a ministry under the Lagos State government, and we're happy to have you. So please clap for yourselves, because where you are seated, Eunice, that's the chair the Honorable Commissioner would normally sit. And here is the permanent secretary, and of course the directors. So a bigger round of applause for yourself. So I just want to thank you, Bread of Hope. You don't know how elated I am personally about what you are doing. It's a very difficult task when we have a city with close to 25 million people. New York City in all its glory is not, you can't compare the sheer population. This is a population of about 4 countries in Africa. And if I'm to talk about European countries, Finland is just 5 million. So let's imagine Lagos to be a country in Europe. It will be the equivalent of about 12 countries in Europe. So that should give you an understanding of the enormous challenge that we have. And don't forget, within the country Nigeria, Lagos State has the smallest landmass. It's an island surrounded by water. Thank God they are coming from the water side of Lagos. So these are issues that put a lot of pressure on the state government. The state government is not oblivious to all of these problems. We are well aware of the challenges and we are tackling it the best way we can. If I may say, just last week, the Commissioner for the Environment was on Arise Television. And the question, one of the questions that was posed to him by the reporter was, what are you going to do with the slum at Makoko? That was one of the questions thrown to the Honorable Commissioner for the Environment. And he answered. He said he's in the know right now that the state government has a plan to urbanize Makoko slum. Because I'm trying to capture his own words, that the state government, like we are doing what we call reurbanization of our city centers, of our communities. Some of our communities are getting old, and just like any urban smart city or metropolis or whatever, we are also trying to ensure that we continually urbanize all of our communities to ensure that anything that is deficient in those communities will be brought to bear. But you will agree with me that with the sheer population, it will take a little while for the state government to be able to reach out to every one of us like we want to, truly. And that is why the state government has always parodied this, that we are very open to having and receptive to having people like you, the bread of hope, people like Deborah running a school, playing complementary roles to what the state government is doing in reaching the residents with all that they need. And we quite appreciate all that you are doing, Vivian. We thank you for coming all the way from Ohio, you said?
Yes, State in Ohio.
State in Ohio. Welcome back home. And you are not just coming home, you are coming home to impart lives. We quite appreciate what you are doing with members of your team. We thank you so very much on behalf of the state government. Please do not get weary in well-doing. The Holy Book says that in due season you will reap if you do not give up. Our reward may not necessarily be in naira and kobo, but it will be in the lives that we have impacted. I have no doubt, in my mind that in another 10 years, 15 years, all of these children that I see here today, they will not only be walking, they will be flying. And that is our prayers and hope for you. And I love to see you at the very top. So enjoy this moment that you are here with us. You see that you are the real executive. You are the one that is, receiving us to this. I also want to thank you. You've said that you've taken them on the BRT bus or buses. I also want to suggest, if you can, just take them on the new rail that we have, the blue line.
That was the first thought, but
Yes.
then the issue was the whole dropping off and how to transport them, because it was just a lot of kids.
The logistics.
And the logistics of because when we stopped at I think what was the issue that we will have to get another bus to take them somewhere else or something. I can't remember.
The BRT that took them to
Yes.
the city was able to take them to the amusement park at Harlem also.
Okay.
So we wanted to use JJT Park.
Okay.
But we discovered that there's little equipment they can deal with because we have large, the 150 children. So
Okay.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
So we needed to take them to the park.
The train. What was
The
the
train, the train, the blue line that is, we are taking them from
Yes.
So I don't think you can take.
No.
Move them to the train.
I quite understand. I quite understand the enormous challenge that would be for you. But I'm just suggesting that in addition to, there are very many things we can expose our children to, not just the children of Makoko. That's why I made mention of the Blue Line Rail, which is a novelty in this part of our state, particularly for our children, so that they can have that experience. So we pray that more and more people or means would choose this season particularly to reach out to organizations such as yours to help you do better what you really want to do for our children. We thank you once again, Vivian. Deborah, we can't thank you enough. We can't thank you. So how do you run the school? Let me ask. Do you just throw them all together? I know Makoko very well. I know Makoko at the Slum. I know it very well. I used to be, when I started out in public service, I used to oversee the viewing center, television viewing center. Yes, I remember I would go on the canoe and make sure that we place the television the generator set, all funded by the state government. We had a viewing center then at Makoko to ensure that the people there had access to information. But I don't know if that is still there at the moment, but these are things we will look into again. But how do you run the school?
It hasn't been easy, but I was glad when they came on board to like what we did.
For how long have
They
you
saw
had
us
this?
struggling.
For how long
the
have you
school,
had this?
3 years now.
3 years. Really? I know we have so many interventions from NGOs, targeting the children and the people of Africa. I know that, but we never can have enough help. Every help will count. That's why I'm soliciting that we hope that more organizations will partner with you. And be rest assured that as a government, we are ready to do whatever we can to support what you do to help you do it better. And starting off with that, we have the representative of Mrs. Otueli, the representative of the editor of Alausa Alert. The Alausa Alert, you will all be given the free copy. It's the official newspaper of publication of the Lagos State Government. And Mrs. Otueli, please maybe you take down details, you reach out to them and have a nice interview that we can put in our website.
A quick question.
Yes, please.
Does the ministry have any publication for children?
No, we don't. We don't. Why do we have?
It would be great to have something for at least, not just children in Africa, but generally, to just inform them and educate them, even if it's just something that comes out once a month, that would inspire children to just, because I feel like information again, is power. So I think if something is provided, or even in an existing paper, something for kids would be really good.
Okay, we'll look into that. That is noted, and thank you for the suggestion. We'll continue on the, so Mrs. Otueli, please, you can take down the details of Deborah and Mrs. Vivian, so that hereafter we can have a detailed interview with them, chronicling what you do in the official publication of the Lagos State Government. This comes out monthly, it's a monthly publication, and we'll see how it goes from there. Then, children, once again, I'm so happy meeting every one of you. It's a pleasure having you in Lagos State Secretariat. You know where you are? This is Lagos State Secretariat. I know this is the first time we are coming around, but we are happy to have you. So once again, let me thank you for this visit and encourage you to please keep doing what you're doing in your own little way. And we know that every little drop will contribute in making a bigger impact. Please reach out to our people in Ohio to also, take a look back home, and see what they can do in their space. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, you won't believe years back we started what we call spelling bee. I don't know if any of you was a baby of the First Lady of the Federal Republic, Senator Luremiti, and right governors for one day. I remember going to Morocco, going to Makoko, Ajegunle to speak with those leaders, train them for the competition. And some of them, as I speak, they are state council, lawyers, medical doctors. In fact, one of them is my own lawyer. He actually came to me, he came out with a first class University of Ibadan, and he went abroad, sponsored by O&O, to do his master's. And he came to me and said, I want to be your lawyer. I'm a damn good lawyer. So one of these kids, I'm just saying that because I know in no very distant future, we will have them say the same thing to people. Wow. Thank you for watching. So please, let's come Guys, because they are enjoying us. We'll plan give them one. Yeah. So they will know that when you tell your friends that are already there to see the commission, they will believe you. You now have good proof to show. That's good. Okay?
Just down.
I don't need I have one already. I won't want to deprive those who have better. The other two you know what I mean. Thank you. It's well appreciated. Does anyone have a need for that?
Reading glasses.
Reading glasses. Yeah.
My name is Yetunde Utmosu. I am the head planning unit of the Ministry of Information and Strategy. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
So, have you had a project like this come to the ministry before? Or this like the first?
I wouldn't say they haven't come in before, but this is the first time of me being here and saying this. I just have to encourage you more that you're doing very well. I'm so impressed with what I've seen and with what I've heard from Miss Vivian. I'm impressed, and I know that a lot of people will want to collaborate with this project. It's a very laudable project. We all want our children from the slum to feel the impact too, what the urban children are feeling. I was so happy when I heard that you brought them to the cinema to watch the cinema, and you took them round again, even in the BLT bus. They went to the park. Exactly. You know that all their life is just on the water, and what they see is fish, fish, fish. But coming out from where they are and seeing what other children are doing, this will inspire them. And looking at them, you know that this ones too can be our next president, they can be our next governor, they can be in Senate and everything. But if they are where they are not coming out, they wouldn't see and they won't even know, they won't even be able to aspire to be this. So I want to say very good thank you to you guys for doing a very good job. I'm so impressed. Thank you very much. For the viewers, this is a very laudable project, and I believe that each and every one of us, we have one thing or the other to contribute to this. We can join hands with the children of the slum and the bread of hope to make this project a bigger one, and we can reach out to other children living in the slum. We can give them a hope and a future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ma. It's nice having you.
Thank you so much too. I appreciate it.
All right, good morning, Ma.
Good morning.
My name is Anna, and that's Ibrahim
Okay.
from the Bread of
All right.
Children of the Slum. So, can we know you?
Okay, I'm Omolara Otiemi. I work with the Ministry of Information and Strategy. I'm also a writer for Alausa Alata, a monthly pro-government publication.
So we are here today at the Ministry of Information with the children of hope, like children from the school. We said what we do, and we are here to inform the ministry about what we do and see how the ministry can come in.
Yes.
So, what do you have to add?
Oh well, it's something that is close to heart. I really appreciate the fact that you guys came to the Ministry of Information to talk about this, because it's something that people don't really know about. I'm sure a lot of people have not heard about Bread of Hope, and by coming here, we are here to project things like this. I mean, we like to help people in a way that people will understand what is going on in the community, and that you have come here. We would further project this. As we have said, there's going to be an interview and there's going to be a new story that will help Bread of Hope project what is going on with you. I've heard a lot of things that have been said inside. I've heard about Deborah, who owns a school that she runs for free and that she has been doing very, very well for the past 3 years. These are things that we like to see. These are things that we like to associate ourselves with. And by coming here, I know that the Ministry of Information will have something that will help you in to achieve further milestones for you to be able to project yourself, so that people will know you and they'll be able to come to you and do much more for you.
All right, thank you for that. And what do you have to tell the Bread of Hope?
Oh, well, I just want Bread of Hope to keep pushing. I mean, it's not going to be easy. It's not always easy for people who are doing something great. So you have to keep pushing, no matter the trials, no matter the ordeals that you go through. You just keep pushing, and I know that it's going to get easy at the end of it.
All right, thank you. And what do you have to tell our viewers out there?
Oh, well, I'm going to urge viewers out there to please, these things are not easy. Just come forth in the way you can to help the people who are really in need. And these people who are helping the people, the children who are basically been in the slum for a long time. You can come to their aid financially, physically, or otherwise. Please do come for their aid. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you.
Right.